Welcome back to Sports and Tradition Outdoors.
Today we're going to break out a new segment for you that we call Campfire Stories. We're going to share a lot of our outdoor memories, the stuff that we're never going to forget, and some of the craziness we've had out there, and then we're going to turn around and logistically try to figure out how to bring you into the fold, where you got, maybe it's FaceTime or Zoom, but we want to hear your stories. So today we're going to start off with a story from 2019. And it was probably something that we totally didn't plan, but ended up being one of the craziest things we'd ever done. And we're going to call this segment Double Down. So it was October 11th, 2019, and we set out to an area outside of Wickenburg, Arizona that we know well. And Bryce had a deer tag and a javelina tag, but we were looking for deer.
Yeah, with the past javelina hunts, I wasn't feeling javelina. I wanted to go for deer, and that was the whole plan.
Yeah, your first javelina hunt went well, but the early in that year, that was a brutal hunt, and I don't blame you. But so we set out. We went up to one of the highest mountains in the area with some friends of ours, and we started glassing for deer. It's an area that we call the top of the world, and we can always find some deer. And while we're looking, I think it was Remington.
Yeah, one of the other kids that we were hunting with.
Yeah, he spotted some javelina. So what happened next?
Well, then we had to work out how we were going to get to a shot position, because where we were, it had a little bit of wind, not too much, but we were also like 700 yards plus. So then we slowly thought of how we can get into shot range. We dropped down to a little road and figured, well, this will take us somewhere, right?
Yeah, it was actually up top. It was very windy. We cut a lot of the wind out, and we worked ourselves to about 420 yards.
425. Yeah.
425 yards, and Bryce got settled into a prone position.
Pretty weird. I was a little bit cold out. Took one of the big jackets of his, laid it down on the ground. Didn't realize I was on a cactus, but didn't want to move. So I was laying down on a jacket with cactus in my belly with my gun getting ready.
Yeah, we had the biggest sow I think I'd ever seen in the sights, and we were getting ready to pull the trigger, and they hollered at us from up above that there was reds with it.
It's close. I about to take it off of safety, gonna shoot, and we hear, hey, there's reds on it, so no shot there. Then I began looking through to see if I could find some that were separated, and then I realized that they were all bundling up. And as you know, as a hunter, you really shouldn't take that shot. You have the chance of hitting multiple javelina. Well, then I kind of was moving my sights, and I noticed just about like that, and I saw gray and a white line. Then I talked to Ariel, who was glassing on them with me, and I said, do you see the thing down to the left of them? And I was like, I think it's a javelina. And he goes, oh shoot, it is. It's by itself too. And then got set up, looked at it, made sure there was nothing there, slowly squeezed, and then boom.
It dropped.
We saw it roll down the mountain. I had about that big of a shot at 425 yards, and I put it right through both shoulders, double lunged it.
Yeah, so that was the easy part.
Yeah.
It was 425 yards as the crow flies, but then when we started to go there, we went down, up, down into a canyon, up, down into a third canyon, and up, and we finally found it. And
bit of a workout.
It was about a mile in there. We had to pack this thing out, so we worked our way back out, and it took a good chunk of the morning, and then
cactus all over too.
Cactus all over us, everything. We get it out, we get it cleaned up, take care of it, get it ready to put it in the freezer, and then we went out to camp with some friends for lunch, huh?
Yeah, but if you know me, you'll know that if I have a chance, I'm gonna go for it. And I looked at them in camp, and I was like, wait, so why can't we just go for a deer and make this a crazy day?
Two tags in one day, and
said it would be too hard.
we were pooped, and I was we were thinking we were gonna have lunch and then maybe take it real easy.
Some Frederico's go home. That's what we were planning on.
But Bryce had other plans, so he wanted to go for the double. So we headed out, and we went up into the mountains, and didn't really see a whole lot till about 4:30.
Yeah. At that point, though, in my head, I was looking at, and I was just thinking through my head, and I was like, how many kids can say they shot a javelina and a deer in the same day? And then I was like, well, my plans at that year were I was really pushing bow. So if I didn't see something big going into that hunt, I was just going to save off until bow season, planning that I would hopefully try to get one with a bow. But once I got that javelina with the rest of the day left, that went out of my brain. I was gonna shoot whatever I saw at that point.
And so we come around the corner and we spot a spike and a doe.
It's kind of crazy how it happened though, because I also fall asleep a lot on Jeep rides. I don't know, something about the desert or the Jeep rides, and I'm sitting in the seat and I'm just like dozing away, and we're on this cliff and it has a drop off here and then like mountains that go into a little funnel area, and I'm dozing out and all of a sudden I see something white and I just go, deer. I wake up and I'm like, oh, like got my blood pumping and everything, and then like, oh, it is a deer. Oh, it's a spike. And at that, I get out, planning on just gonna drop it right there. Get out my gun, put it on the bear claw. What is it called?
The tripod.
The tripod with the claw. And I get on it, and I'm like, this is gonna happen. Squeeze, squeeze, and my gun jams. It jammed right there on us.
Yeah, your faithful gun. And I'll back up a second and say that I don't know anybody that spots deer awake as good as him, and maybe asleep, because he doesn't miss them. But then Remington,
Can't glass though.
yeah, we offered Remington the shot, and he had a 6.5 with him. Your 7 mag jammed, and the deer went up over the hill.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I did.
Yeah, so we thought we were done, so we put a call on it. Same one we did in one of our videos recently, the ELK call, and they came back over. We didn't even have to go chase them. They came back over. Remington was like, hey, I don't really want to spike, and you're trying to do something special.
Yeah.
Have my gun.
Well, yeah, I mean, I was glad he did that, because I was trying, but what happened was it didn't push the magazine in far enough, and I didn't realize that at the time, so I'm there like, what's happening? And then it comes right over, and I'm like, come on, you're gonna give me 2 chances and I'm not gonna pull it off? And then I look at Remington, I go, shoot it, and that's when he was like, no man, here's a gun. And I took it, gun I've never shot before, shot it right there and hit it right through the chest. It rolls down, just laid there for a little while, walked up to it, and I mean, what do you think about that hike? That wasn't too bad.
It was only about 150
Flat
yards,
ground.
160 yards. We had a little bit of downhill and uphill, but it was much easier getting that deer out than it was a javelina.
And I'm pretty sure that deer might have weighed less than that.
It wasn't a big deer, but it's an absolute accomplishment, because none of us at the camp, when we're sitting around talking about it, had ever heard of a kid or anybody getting bow tags filled in one day out here. We have big mountains, and it's tough hunting. And where we were hunting was in some massive mountains.
The craziest part is we still had about 4 hours left of light left. If we had like a lion tag or something, I would have said, let's go kill a lion. But we were kind of pooped at that point. We were ready to go home.
Yeah, well, you didn't learn, because this year you have an elk tag in October, and you put in for a coos deer the same week down the hill.
The exact same dates.
Yes. And then you want to get a bear tag because you want to go for 3 in one day, or 1 weekend.
I don't know if I've shared, my whole goal is by 16 I want to have the grade 7. And all I have left is bear, mountain lion, and antelope. So I've been pushing real hard to try to get those tags done. And I'm hoping maybe we can pull off that bear that weekend. I mean, it's a long shot, but
I learned not to say no to this kid. He's got a little special favor from the Lord on him, because when he sets his mind out, we get it done. But that was really exciting. And we got home. I made this plaque for him. I'm kind of halfway a wood guy. I'm not going to do anything too crazy fancy, but I made this plaque that has the javelina skull, the deer skull, and a little placard that says double down, the date, and the nickname that some of the hunters call him, because he's had, in his first 2.5 years, 8 big game kills instantly. They call him Killer B, and not in a bad way, because he's the most ethical hunter any of us have ever been around, probably. The only long shot he's ever took on a deer was because it was wounded really bad, and it was 525 yards. So
that story time is coming up.
That one will come up next. But anyway, I appreciate going over that. It kind of brought me back there again. I had a blast on that one. I was pretty tired the next day. We did get our workout. That javelina kicked our butt.
Yeah, I couldn't get out of bed. But I will say, out of all my hunts, that one's probably going to be a lot up there in those memorable moments.
Yeah, I think there's About every one of your hunts has been real memorable.
Oh, yeah,
Maybe
we
that's because
always
I'm your
make-
dad, but
Well, we make the best out of everything we got, right?
that's right. But we'll be sharing some more stories as we go. Campfire Stories. If you got an idea, submit it to our website at www.sportsmanstradition.com or sportsmanstraditionoutdoors.com. It'll take you to the same place. And leave us a note there, what you guys have in mind, and we'll try to figure out a way to put it all together.
Yeah, we want to involve you guys in these because, while we have some cool stories, we don't always like talking about ourselves. So we want to start hearing what you guys have done, what fun memories you guys have had.
Yep. So until next time, don't forget to take them kids fishing, hunting, hiking, camping, kayaking, everything. Just get them outside.